Brookside, Texas, was quiet that evening. Streetlights flickered over empty sidewalks, and autumn leaves rustled in the wind. A yellow school bus sat idle at the corner, echoes of the morning fading. Inside a modest home, 16-year-old Ethan hunched over his desk, sketchbook open, pencil moving almost unconsciously. His dark brown eyes scanned the paper, noting details most overlooked. He had grown tall, lean, and cautious, his quiet demeanor honed by years of vigilance. His sketches, once childish, now mapped the world with precision: school corridors, city streets, and imagined protective figures silently standing behind him. Unbeknownst to him, a storm was approaching. Outside, Marcus, tall and deliberate, watched through the living room window. Black, composed, imposing, his jaw tightened. 15 years ago, he had uncovered the truth about Ethan's birth. Daniel had stolen a child from the woman who had given him life. Marcus had waited, carefully, until Ethan was mature enough to understand. Now, seeing the boy older, self-aware, he knew the moment had arrived. Laura lingered in the kitchen doorway, worry etched across her face. Years had passed since Daniel's abuse, but tension still ran through her chest. "It's time he knows," Marcus murmured. Laura's hands trembled against the doorframe. "Knows what?" Marcus's gaze shifted to Ethan, then back to her. "About Daniel. About why he treated him the way he did. About the woman who gave him life, and the father who stole him." Upstairs, Ethan hummed softly, headphones around his neck, unaware of the conversation below. Shadows from the streetlights danced across his walls. A late-night craving had pulled him to order pizza, little knowing the life-altering truth awaited him downstairs. The next morning, Ethan padded down the stairs, hair messy, orange juice in hand. He froze at Laura's expression, grave, heavy with unspoken words. "Ethan," she began softly, voice trembling, "there's something important we need to talk about. About your family, about your life." Ethan tilted his head, wary. "Family?" Marcus stepped forward, tall and steady, his presence commanding yet gentle. "My name is Marcus. I knew your mother, years ago. And I know things about your past you deserve to understand. Things Daniel, things he did." "I don't understand," Ethan whispered. Laura reached across the table, covering his hand with hers. "You know Daniel, your father, right?" Ethan nodded slowly. "Daniel did not give birth to you," Marcus continued, voice heavy. "You were taken from another woman shortly after she had you. She passed away not long after. Daniel stole you." Ethan's heart thudded. Juice trembled in his hands. "Wait, what?" Marcus softened, but his tone remained serious. "I discovered it years ago. I've been watching from afar, waiting for the moment you could handle this. You are 16 now, strong enough to hear it." Laura fought to steady her voice. "I've raised you, protected you, loved you as my own. That will never change. But you have a right to know who you really are. And Marcus, he knows the full story." Ethan sat frozen, 16 years of memories reframed in an instant. The protective figures he had drawn as a child, the shadows behind him, they had been more than imagination. They were shields against a stolen childhood. The room fell silent. Ethan's thoughts drifted back to Brookside High, the yellow bus, drawing in his sketchbook, observing the world quietly. Bullies, whispers, the sense of being different, all felt like shadows cast by the theft he had never known existed. The sketches in his backpack were not just art, they were mental maps, protective plans, tools for navigating a world that had hidden its true shape from him. Now, Marcus handed him a folder, thick with letters, photographs, and mementos from his real mother. Ethan traced each photograph with trembling fingers. The locket, delicate and worn, felt like a heartbeat from a past he could finally touch. I don't know what to feel," Ethan whispered. "Anger. Confusion. Sadness. All of it is valid," Laura said. "But remember this, nothing changes the fact that I am still your mother. That love is yours to keep. And Marcus, he only wants to guide you through the truth. Outside, the autumn wind rattled the windows, a quiet reminder that shadows lingered even in the light of revelation. Later, Ethan trudged onto the yellow bus, backpack slung low, sketchbook tucked under one arm. The morning air carried the crisp scent of autumn, but he hardly noticed. His mind replayed the revelation endlessly. Every step, every interaction, every glance now filtered through a lens of newfound awareness. The bus was noisy, filled with chatter and laughter, but also with whispers aimed at the quiet boy in the back. "What's he drawing today?" someone murmured. Ethan's gaze lifted to his sketchbook. The lines and figures he had drawn, the imagined guardians, careful observations, felt like armor. He realized he had survived more than just childhood. He had survived lies, manipulation, and a stolen identity. That evening, a black SUV idled silently near his home. Ethan, alert and prepared, peered out the window. The figure inside was shadowed, studying patterns, gauging reactions. Laura noticed his tense posture. "Do you know who it is?" she whispered. Ethan shook his head. "Not yet. But it's connected to Daniel. They're testing us. Or testing me." Marcus's eyes narrowed. "Then we need a plan. Ethan, your first step is observation. Learn everything you can without confrontation. Ramirez and Callahan will back us up, but for now, the shadows are yours to map." Ethan nodded. For years, he had been a passive observer, hidden, shielded, protected. Now, he would actively navigate the dangers, using every skill honed from years of cautious survival. He carried with him the strength of truths revealed, the love of those who protected him, and the awareness that even in shadows, he could find light. As night settled over Brookside, Ethan understood one thing: the past could not be erased, but the future was his to shape, guided by knowledge, resilience, and the unwavering guardianship of those who had always watched over him. Subscribe and comment if you like this video.